In today's story, we learn that God is not really that into religion. In fact, he says, "Are you serious? You think you're tired of following religious rules and regulations? I have been tired of your rules and regulations for ages." The story starts off with two different delegations of people. They come from their kings and they have some questions for the prophet Zechariah. They hope that he can ask the Lord and the Lord will answer them. But as they're coming, God shows up to Zechariah and he says, "Hey, Zechariah, these people are going to come to you and this is what I want you to say to them." So when the guys show up to Zechariah with their question, Zechariah says, "Oh yeah, you wanted to know about fasting? You fasted for so long in the 5th and the 7th months as you were supposed to, and you're just wondering if you should continue doing that? Oh yeah, no problem. God already told me what to tell you." No. You should not continue fasting. Well, you should continue fasting, but okay, let's revisit what I told you about fasting in the beginning. God had given the people some rules about fasting. He said you should fast in the 5th and the 7th months, and during that time, I want you to make sure to be just and have mercy and be fair to all the people and treat everyone with kindness and respect. And I want you to make sure you do not oppress people who are widows, don't oppress the fatherless, don't oppress people who are strangers in the land, and don't oppress the poor. These are all the things that I want you to be doing. And also fasting is kind of important, but it's not really the greatest thing. These other things, mercy, justice, compassion, etc., those are the really important things. But God says, you guys just ignored these things and you said, okay, let's just focus on the fasting. We'll be like super religious people who do the fast at the right time and everybody will see how godly we are. And God says, are you serious? Were you doing any of that for me? This is the stuff I wanted you to be doing for me. But you chose to do these things and not for me, but for your own religious prestige. And I tried to turn you back to me. I called to you and you did not answer me. I punished you and you did not answer me. And now you want to know about fasting on the 5th and 7th month? Well, let me tell you, I came down like a whirlwind and I spread you guys throughout the whole earth because you were not listening to the rules I had given you. So the guys go away and God comes down and he continues the conversation with Zechariah. God says, I have more to say about fasting, but first let me tell you what's going to happen next. I love Zion and Jerusalem, God says. And I'm jealous for her. I want her to be mine forever because I love her so much. And I am going to come back and I'm going to live in Jerusalem again. And the city will be called the Holy City, and the mountain will be called the Holy Mountain. And there will be people in that city who will grow old and they will have canes. And there will be young children in the city who will run around laughing and playing games. And I know that's hard to believe right now because my people are scattered all over the world, but I am going to bring them back together. And my people will do good to each other. He's giving his neighbor some food because his neighbor's hungry. And there will be justice in the land. The time that you remember is a time of oppression and danger, but there will be peace and righteousness in the coming days. And there will be seeds that are planted and they will grow, and they will produce much fruit. And the heavens will bring dew and rain at the right times. So don't be afraid, but be strong. Remember, I told your fathers what was going to happen to them if they didn't follow me, and that happened. You experienced it. And in the same way, I am making this plan to do good to you, and you will experience the good that I'm bringing. So make sure when you go into the new land that you always speak truth to each other. And make sure that you are always just and merciful. And don't say anything false to each other, and don't use your words to harm each other. And also you should continue with the festivals, the fasting in the 5th and 7th months, and all of the other festivals that I taught you to keep. And these will be times of joy and gladness for you. And while you're busy having this joy and gladness, a lot of people in the earth are going to hear about you. And they're going to come to you and they're going to say, oh, we have heard of your God, and we've heard of how merciful and wonderful he is to you and how awesome his laws are. So could you please take us with you to worship on the holy mountain? We also want to come and know this God the way that you do.